guys, my name's Rachel, and I am here with you today to tell you why I've been missing and to make a funny video. Um, I have been missing because I have been a mom for 4 months now. I had my son on July 20th. Um, his name is Wyatt James, and I had him 4 months ago. He's 4 months old. So, yeah, that is the reason I've been away. I've been busy being a mommy or becoming a mommy. And, yeah. So, the video I wanted to start off my motherhood with was, of course, a negative video because we all know negative Nancy over here. Just kidding. No, I just thought it would be funny to do the products that I regret buying video thing, but it's not really just like regret buying. It's other people purchased the stuff for me, or they were just given as like they got it as a gift and they didn't want it anymore. Um, a vast majority of things. Some of these things I actually like, but use for other things than what I originally had hoped. And I don't know if I would have particularly purchased it for that reason anyway. Like, if I thought it would have been used for what it's used for, I probably wouldn't have purchased it, is what I mean. So, it's not that I hate it. I still use it. But only because I have it. So, I'm going to start off with the one thing that I really dislike. And it's called the Lionheart Wipe Warmer. I'm sure y'all know what the heck the wipe warmer does. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I have multiple issues with this thing. I hate it. I freaking despise this thing. I want to throw it out a freaking window. Number one, the nightlight on the front is a bright white nightlight, so my changing table is in my room with the crib in my room. It is so overly stimulating to my son. Like, I flip on any sort of nightlight and this is like, you know, he's just very, like, I don't know, he likes to, like, so he's kind of like a moth when it comes to light. Let's call my son a moth, but whatever. Anyway, that was my first problem with it. And then what also started annoying me was that a full ream of diapers that I use doesn't fit in here, only half a ream does, so I'm constantly changing the diapers that are in here. Not changing, but refilling it, so they never really totally get warm. And I think it's pointless anyway. Like, my butt was wiped with a cold wipe, but anyway, I was coerced into it by one of my mommy friends. The third thing, I ended up hating it and made me unplug it and just never, like, I'm going to throw this piece of crap out the window. I followed all the instructions on how to care for it, and it's a lot of work, okay? With everything else that you have to worry about, it's a lot of work. And it still ended up happening anyway. There's a pad in here that you're supposed to wet, and blah blah blah, read the instructions. I'm not going to state how to do it. It got scorched anyway, and I think it's because it already previously scorched on the other one, and it shouldn't have. I followed all the instructions. It's just a piece of crap. I don't know, and it really got me annoyed. So I went and I purchased the pads again, and I'm never going to use it again because it's just a piece of crap. In my opinion, I'm sorry. Next thing was given to me. This wasn't on my registry or anything. I didn't even put one on my registry because this was like a definite, like, I put my foot down. I don't need this. And it's a bottle warmer. I didn't want to use it in the first place, but Stan was like, why don't we just try it? I'm like, okay. I guess maybe we'll use it for baby food. I highly doubt it. Like, highly doubt it. But, I used it twice. And the second time I used it, I burned myself on it. and it just didn't work for me. It wasn't convenient. And that's all I gotta say about it. It just didn't work. It worked, but it just didn't. It comes with like this stupid cooler, and like it just takes up a lot of room. I'm in an apartment. I don't have a lot of counter space. I can't see this as being practical for someone like me. And it also has a little thingy where you can sanitize your pacifiers. I just use a pot and boil them. I don't understand it, and I don't like it. And the cooler's super clunky too, so that was, yeah. This next thing though that I'm going to show you is something that I actually like. I still use it, and I like it for what I use it for. But if I knew that this is only what I would use it for before purchasing it, I probably wouldn't have purchased it. I would have just figured out a new way to do it. I use it to prop him up and feed him while I'm pumping, because I'm exclusively pumping mom, which I'll do another video on, of why and whatever. But the thing is I honestly could just prop him up on a pillow. I've done it before when the boppy's not around. It's just like, it's pointless to me, because I had kind of a large child. He was 8 pounds 9 ounces, 21 inches long, and so I couldn't finagle this friggin' practically just a neck pillow. Like, it's not even a good neck pillow, but it's comfy to wear. Like, it's actually just comfy to wear around your waist. Am I stupid? But whatever. I tried breastfeeding with it, but he was like sliding everywhere, and he wasn't fitting right, and it wasn't convenient. It didn't work. There was a moment where I would stick it kind of like this and just use it for my elbow if my arm got tired, so I had to feed him every 15 minutes. But it was just pointless. It wasn't working for me. I didn't like it, and I know I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for that, because some women it works for. And some women really, really like it, and some women really, really don't. You either like it or you don't, or you just end up using it for something else. I also tried using it to prop him up higher when doing tummy time, but the thing is he doesn't like it, and he ends up just suffocating himself in it. So I'm like, okay, I'd rather a child alive than trying to get him better head support, when this kid has been lifting his head since birth, so he's fine. But I mean, if you like it, that's your own preference. I happen to not. My next thing that I had tons of, and I just started being able to use them, and barely, are pacifiers. People had given me tons, and since I was a breastfeeding mom, I didn't want to give it right away. I lasted about 3 weeks on that, and then I was like, I can't take it anymore, and he's screaming like crazy. I tried to pop one in his mouth, wouldn't take it. I kept trying, he wouldn't take it. So I kept trying different ones that were given to me, didn't take them. Went out and bought more of different shapes and sizes, wouldn't take them. He now takes one for about 10 minutes and then goes, but this is his face the entire time he has one in his mouth. So he doesn't particularly like them. He kind of just forces it. He likes chewing on his hands, and it annoys the crap out of me, but that's what he likes. And the next thing is teething rings. Everyone kept telling me, oh, you gotta get all these different teething rings, blah, 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 and people just kept buying them for me, and I'm like, okay, yay, teething rings, these will really come in use. He started teething at around 1.5 months old, is when he started gnawing and drooling all over the place, and then it's just getting progressively worse, and he won't take a teething ring. He would scream bloody murder if I put it in his mouth. The only thing he'll use is, this is his like best friend, I call it Moose. He loves this freaking thing. His friend Dimple. I don't know, it was given to us from a friend, from her baby. But he'll chew on the keys, he'll chew on these. He loves it. He chews on the ears, at least the crinkly ones, and he chews on these. And he hugs them and he sleeps with them. It also makes noise. But we have to get batteries. He doesn't even care that it doesn't make noise anymore right now. He just loves this thing. This is his favorite. He just loves it. And the other thing that he uses is the newbie, let me find it. It's like the blue, these. Loves these. Sort of. This is like the only one, the other one he'll chew for some strange reason. Every other teether that I try to put in his mouth, he just gets pissed off. Like, furious. And he only chews on this for like, I don't know. I should probably clean that. Get to that. You know, he'll chew on it for like a minute or two, and then he's just holding it and screaming, going like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I don't get it. It's stupid. And then he'll like chew on his fingers with it still in his hand, and he's like, okay, now it's just in the way. It's like a mess. Anyway, so teething rings was another thing that I was like, oh, okay. Okay, the next thing was about like diapers and wipes. So I love, 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 love Pampers. Swaddlers. Not cruisers, not anything like that. Swaddlers. The cruisers suck balls. Hate them. So we had Huggies because we went to BJ's. We bought Huggies diapers and Huggies wipes to try them out. I loved how thick the Huggies wipes were, but the wipes and the diapers both were irritating the crap out of his butt. And I tested this only because I stopped using the wipes and we started using different wipes. And we were still using the Huggies diapers, but he was broken out. He like broke out in this horrible diaper rash. And I was trying to like use Desitin. I'm like, you know what? Quit the diapers too. So we went back to Swaddlers, even though they're more expensive. They actually are more expensive. And but you know, if it's gonna help your baby's bum, why not? And then I started using the wipes, thinking that it was the diapers. The wipes were fine. No, the wipes affected him as well. And he doesn't have sensitive skin, and I noticed this when we started eye patching him. He doesn't have sensitive skin. It's just that. There's something in those wipes that he just doesn't like. And so we ended up like giving those away, like because somebody else might work for, but us it just didn't. And then we got recommended to use Love diapers, the brand Loves. Literally ruined so many clothes from this kid just crapping and peeing straight through these diapers. Like it's no barrier. I hate them. So we ended up, actually my mom recently bought BJ's diapers. I'll do a review on like stuff, I guess, of like the wipes and the diapers that I've liked and disliked. But I'm really actually liking BJ's wipes and their diapers. But we'll see. I'm still in the beginning of using the BJ's diapers, but I really seem to like them. There's one thing I don't like about them, but other than that, they're okay. My next thing was hooded baby towels. Could not be a dumber invention alive. They fit a baby for about 5 seconds maybe after they're born, and that's only when you can basically just sponge bathe them, and it's like the dumbest freaking thing ever, because then they're just too big. They're just too big for them. You can't swaddle them right, or kick them out of it, and they're cold, and it's just like, just use a regular freaking towel. We bought white towels, so there's no dyes, and we make sure that they're like soft and washed with his detergent. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Like, there's no special towel. They don't fit. They don't fit. Even though I have a giant Hagrid-sized child, they don't fit normal babies. Like, I watch people with normal sized babies say that they don't fit. So they're a piece of crap, and I have like 100 of them, and you can't use them for anything else. I sometimes use them as like burp clubs for other people, because I'll tell you in a minute about this. Anyway, but yeah, that's about it. So the next thing is bamboo beads. They are reusable nipple pads. So if you leak into them. I have, in the beginning of my, right now I have actually low supply issues. But I'll get into all that at another time. But when I first started producing, like, I'm not kidding, I had such a large freezer stash that I didn't know what to do anymore. Like, I didn't have room in my freezer. I didn't know what to do. I should have donated my milk, but I didn't properly mark my milks, and I don't know if you can donate them if you don't properly mark them. So I don't know. I just produced so much freaking milk. It was disgusting. I'm sorry. I felt like a cow. Um, but anyway, and so I would leak, literally, constantly I leaked. I couldn't not have something there, because if I didn't, I would leak. Now I have nothing on, and I don't leak. Like, at all, ever. Ever. So, I was like, oh yeah, let me get like one box of disposable ones just in case, and like, I'll get the bamboo beads and use the bamboo beads. Well, I ended up going to Toys R Us and I was getting one box, but it was like one and you get the other one 50% off, and I was like, why not? So I got I don't know what they're called, that bluish purpley box of disposable nipple pads, and I really like them, actually. Those are the best ones that I've tried. I've tried a variation of them, like the Johnson's ones and like whatever, and I seem to really like these ones because they do not leak like anywhere else, and you stick them on your bra and stay. You don't even have to pull the sticky things off. You just stick them there, and they pretty much stay. Like, I had no problem with that. But anyway, I tried the bamboobies, and literally they look like crinkled nastiness under your clothes. And that's fine. I wear t-shirts. I was cool with that. Problem is, they're not absorbent in any way. It literally went, whoo, whoo. So I would have wet stains here, looking like I got saggy nipples or something, or my nipples are like all the way to the bottom of my boobs. And it was just so gross, and like, I just felt so gross all the time trying to wear them. And I'm like, you know what? I'm done trying to be like conserving of the planet and like whatever else. I'm done. And so I used them a few times and was like, I can't anymore. And now I don't even know where they are. Like, I think they became cat toys. Yeah. Anyway, my next thing is burp cloths. You know, the oval ones that are like this big. Number one, my baby doesn't even like really spit up. Like, doesn't. Like, I've barely been spit up on. I get drooled on a lot, but I don't get spit up on. Like, he doesn't puke. So, I mean, he does, but not very often. So when he does, that doesn't catch anything. It's this big. Like, what is that trying to catch? So I basically just use it to wipe the drool off his face. But like, if I'm burping him, I want something to cover my shoulder, not take up this much space on my shoulder, and then it ends up getting down here or behind my back. It's just, they don't work. The next thing is flannel or fleece receiving blankets. I don't know about you, but all the receiving blankets I seem to have gotten are too tiny. to even attempt to swaddle my son. My son is enormous. Like right now, at 4 months old, my son is 21 pounds and 28 inches long. He's not fitting in any of them. He doesn't even fit in his swaddle blanket anymore. His actual swaddle blanket. And so receiving blankets were pointless. I ended up using those as birth cloths, but they're using them. I got tons of them for no reason. Basically, they sit in my closet all day and do nothing. The next thing was scratch mittens. I used them for about 3 seconds. I have a ton of them. I used them for about 3 seconds in the hospital, and then once I learned how to clip his nails and whatever, I mean, he scratches himself all the time. You can't prevent it because he literally, like, I would put them on and he'd pull them off. I'd put them on and he'd pull them right off. And I'm like, I'm tired of putting these things back on you all the time, and you scream every time I do it. So I stopped using them. Pointless. My next thing was newborn clothes. Literally, even as a newborn, he did not fit in newborn clothes. And I had kind of a lot of them. Thankfully, it was all stuff that was given to me. I didn't purchase any newborn clothes, but I almost wish other people didn't purchase it because it was a waste of money. My child was too big for newborn clothes as soon as he was born, so that was hella pointless. And now I have all these newborn clothes and I don't know what to do with them because we're probably never going to use them. Sorry. Okay, and this is the last thing, I think. Oh no, I have two more things. One thing kind of goes hand in hand with the pacifier is the clip that comes from the clothing. That I put on my registry, but then again, he doesn't use pacifiers, so I don't know why I have a pacifier clip if he doesn't use pacifiers. That's obvious, though. Mobiles. He doesn't like any distractions in his crib, so those were also pointless. That's really it. Besides, this next one, seriously, it was super freaking pointless, and I hate it. I hate this thing. The diaper genie. This was another one I let my mommy friend coerce me on. It is so freaking pointless. Get a diaper pail, a normal one that, you get kitchen diaper pail, diaper pail, kitchen garbage can that you put your foot on and the thing opens and then it closes, right? And then you get a car freshener and you throw it on the bottom and then put the bag on. Tape another one to the top of the lid. You basically have a cheaper version of a diaper genie. Their refills are so freaking expensive, and now what we did is we ended up just taking, okay, this is basically kind of what a diaper genie refill looks like. Like, this isn't a diaper genie refill, but I don't want to take the one out of my diaper genie. We took a diaper genie refill. They look like this, and let me just do it. No, I think I have diaper genie. Okay, so this is our diaper genie. It's a piece of crap. It does have diapers in it. Okay, so inside here is where it is, and you can see this is the ring thing, and it has this little slot, and the diaper bags, it's just like a tube, comes out, you tie the bottom, and then you cut it when it's full, and you tie it. Those refills are super expensive, so what we ended up doing was Stan cut part of this ring off, and then he got a rubber band, and we put a normal garbage bag around here, like as if it's tucking behind here, as you see on this, that it tucks inside here, and then you put the rubber band around it to hold it in place. And we use the same ring and just do that every time. The only reason we have these is because a friend gave us these. We will not buy a refill because they are so expensive and so freaking pointless. I hate this thing. You can still smell the diapers. It doesn't matter. You still smell them. You're gonna smell them. The other way, you don't spend as much money, or have somebody else spend pointless money on you. Seriously, just get a freaking diaper pail and some car fresheners or some room fresheners, or we had a box of those really potent concentrated room fresheners that you can use. Otherwise, seriously, don't buy it. It's not worth it. So yeah, that was my list of things that I regret buying. If I think of anything else, I guess I'll make another video. But yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you'll meet Wyatt soon when he wakes up from his nap. But I guess next time I will record a video of the purchases that were really great and really useful, or the gifts, in the first 4 months of his life. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye!